So you guys, my husband made it back from the store, and oh, look at these pretty babies. He can be so thoughtful.
I wanna love you in every kind of way. I wanna please you no matter how long it takes. If the world should end tomorrow and we only have today, I'm gonna love you in every kind of way.
Hey guys, today is Sunday and I'm just leaving church. Get ready to take my church clothes off. I had to usher today, so I had to have on my all white. But I'm getting ready to take my church clothes off and start cooking. Tonight we are going to have I put ribs in the crock pot this morning, so we're gonna have slow cooked ribs and cauliflower mac and cheese, cornbread, and cabbage. Of course, my cornbread is going to be keto friendly. So you guys stay tuned and cook with me. This is what our slow cooking ribs look like. I am cooking in the crock pot. If you guys didn't know which way I was slow cooking, because we do have a smoker as well, but I will be honest, I don't really know how to work the smoker. So it's something kind of fancy and complicated. It's like Bluetooth remote, and my husband has all of that on his phone, so I kept it simple with the crock pot. This cabbage I had cut up for our New Year's dinner that we had, and I didn't use it all, so I had froze the rest. So this is what we're going to use. That saves me from having to soak, wash, and cut the cabbage head. Found this in the freezer. We're going to use what we got. Alright, so I'm going to let that cabbage kind of thaw out just a little bit. I just don't want a whole lot of water in my cabbage because that's going to take away from the flavor, and I don't really want it to be soupy on my plate either. So I'm just going to let that thaw out a little bit. Then I'll throw it in there. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and put some clothes in the wash, and I'm going to do some cleaning up. My husband's at the store getting the rest of the ingredients for our meals tonight, so I'm gonna clean up in the meantime. So you guys, my husband made it back from the store, and oh, look at these pretty babies. He can be so thoughtful. Gotta find something to put him in now. All right, y'all. So I had to take Nene off because it's about to get hot up in here, and I don't want to sweat it out. Nene is the wig because it gives me Nene Leaks vibes, so that's what we named her. I got my pretty little flower decoration back there. He's back from the store, so I'm gonna crack this stuff open and we're gonna get busy. All right, so for starters, we have our cabbage here. I threw it in here already. I put butter in here already, and a lot of people, you know, if you eat cabbage, then you know that most people, when you cook cabbage, you put some type of fat back, hog maw, something, you know, something up in there. But I didn't have any of that, so I just usually like to use sausage. The sausage that I use has four carbs per sausage link. I only use one sausage link, so of course, this is with my serving size. It might be like one net carb, one if that. So we're just gonna count it as one. In this cabbage, now that it has like simmered down a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and add my seasonings. First, I'm gonna go in with some crushed red pepper. My kids are gonna be eating this, so not a lot, like just a little to give it some spice. Y'all know I love this stuff. Roasted garlic. All right, so I'll do a taste test to see if it needs salt additionally later, because I found out the other day, for as long as I've been using this, I don't know why I never looked at the ingredients, but it is salt in it already. So So we're going to see how that tastes after. Right now, I'm just going to let this continue to simmer while I work on something else. And then I'll go back in with some other seasonings, some other flavors, a little garlic, a little onion. Y'all saying hey? Say hey, Lon. All right, guys. So what we got here is everything that we are going to be using for the cauliflower mac and for the cornbread. What I found I like to do now, from what I used to do when I cook, when I would just like play it by ear and pull out different things and whatnot, is get everything out, write my recipe down. This recipe came from, the cauliflower mac came from Headbangers Kitchen, and the cornbread recipe is coming from African Keto Diet. So just in case you guys also want to check that out, I did not create these recipes myself. So go check their channel out. I get a lot of influence from them on what to cook, and I just make it. So I got everything here on the table, and we're going to get started. I'm going to go ahead and wash these cauliflowers off and chop them up. All right, so got this. Sunflower seeds. He uses pine nuts, but I couldn't find any at my local grocery store. So hopefully these sunflower seeds work the same. They look very similar to pine nuts, so maybe they'll give us the same crunch effect.
I'm free, depending on my mood, on my attitude. Sometimes I wanna roll or stay at home. Walking contradiction, get some factual and fiction. A little crazy, little sexy, little cool. Little rough around the edges, but I keep it smooth. I'm always left to center, and it's right where I belong. I'm the random minded, don't you hear? Good to the whole world, I'm the venom and the antidote. Take a different type of girl to keep the whole world afloat. Cause I'm crazy and I'm sexy, then I'm cool. Little rough around the edges, but I keep it smooth. I'm always left to center, and that's right where I belong. I'm the random minded, don't you hear it? Major songs, and I like that. I don't really give if I was just the only one who likes that. I never like to follow others around to chase the sun. Oh me, oh me, oh me, oh my.
What I did was go ahead and line me a baking pan for this cornbread. I'm lining it with this aluminum foil because just so it won't stick, being that we are using almond and coconut flour, they don't, and we're not spraying this pan with anything. I just don't want it to stick. So and I did notice in African Keto's diet, she was using parchment paper. So, and I don't have any of that right now. So this is what I'm going to use. That way, once it's done, I can just pop that out and then let it cool. All right, so the recipe calls for 1 cup of butter. This is a half a cup, 1 cup. All right, so while that is melting, I'm going to go ahead. I have flours in the bowl. We're going in with 1 cup of almond flour. One thing that I am going to change from African Keto Diet's recipe is that she made hers, she had a cornbread flavoring that she ordered from Amazon. I don't have that, but I do have cheese, garlic powder, and some fresh thyme. So I'm going to make the Olive Garden biscuits that I had got that recipe, or I tried those before, got that recipe from Keto Connect, but I'm not going to do it in a cup, just going to put it in the oven. So I'm still going to be using her recipe, just the seasonings for the Cheddar Bay biscuits. Alright, then we need a half a cup a half a cup of coconut flour. All right, so half a cup of coconut flour. Dump that right on in there. I'm going to go ahead and put in my garlic powder. This is about out. I'm just use all of that. All right, and then we're just gonna leave that. We need 3 tablespoons of a sweetener. You can use erythritol, whatever sweetener that you have. I have monk fruit, so of course that's what I'm gonna be using. 3 tablespoons of that. I do like my cornbread sweet, so she hit the nail on the head with that one. I also used a little bit of this in my cabbage too, because it just wasn't, usually when I make my cabbage, I use brown sugar in it, so I just used some of this instead. All right, and then we're going to get a half cup of heavy whipping cream. I'm gonna put that in there. And I need to give me a scale so I can stop losing product when I put it in the measuring cup. And I got 4 eggs here. One cup. I'm gonna just do it till I'm pretty satisfied. Eyeballing. About half a cup. All right, and one thing I forgot was my baking powder. 1 tablespoon. Right, I'm gonna blend this up and mix it up and be right back. This is the consistency of our mixture. Nice and creamy. We're gonna put the butter in too. All right, so this should be about the consistency of your batter. You don't want it too thick, but you don't want it very loose either. So that's good. And I did add some more shredded cheese into here, just so once I cut it, you can see the shredded cheese in your cornbread. So I'm just gonna add this to the pot or to the pan. Hopefully it don't bake all out crazy. And make my husband have to say I should have used the square pan. But the square pans that we have, they're a little too long, and I didn't want the cornbread to be very thin. So I decided we're going to have triangular pieces of cornbread. So this is what our slow cooking ribs are looking like. They're done. Getting ready to plate the kids' food. Our cabbage. Our cauliflower mac. And it looks good. I don't like my cornbread light skin, so that looks good to me. And then also yesterday I was experimenting and I had made some brownies. So if I have room, actually I'm going to save room for a brownie afterwards. It's only 6 o'clock, so I got 2 hours to eat all of this yummy, delicious food, which your girl is going to make it happen. Y'all know I love food. I love to cook because I love food. So there's no way I could do a bland diet. So I have made a keto soul food meal. I have not counted up the net carbs, the total net carbs for everything. I'm really not a carb tracker. I just know I don't go crazy with the carbs. I haven't ate anything else today. Only thing I had was my bulletproof coffee this morning. So I think I'm going to be pretty safe under my 20 to 30 net carbs. I'm going to be safe because I haven't had anything else. So, you guys, I'm going to show you what my plate looks like in a second. Yes, yes, yes. Everything. My keto soul food Sunday dinner is complete. Now the real test is to see how the kids like it. Oh. Oh. You eating it, girl. You eat it. No, thank you. I got mine. How do you like yours?
My vegetables?
Huh?
My vegetables?
All of it.
Well, not really. I only like one thing of it.
What's that? That's ribs. He swears he's a carnivore, y'all. Like, he just thinks he's a T-Rex. He's not supposed to eat vegetables. So, the cauliflower mac was not a success with him. But for my herbivore here, Levi, everything was a success. It was a success. He just doesn't like this because he knows that it's a vegetable.
And that.
And what? What, cabbage? But you're going to eat it, though. You're going to eat it. That's all that matters. You need your vegetables in your life. Ain't that right, Lonnie?